Bad news for the Wick fans. The Ballerina is now officially delayed. The good news is the Crow will come to us much, much sooner. But for whatever reason, they're delaying the Ballerina, which is part of the Wickverse. Basically, it's in between chapter. I assume between part 3 and 4. But now that it's delayed, are they going to keep that, or are they going to put it between 2 and 3? Don't know. A lot of question marks. And why is this happening? Well, I mean, from the horror fan perspective, it's good. We're going to get the Crow earlier. That's good. And I'm excited for what they're going to do with the Crow remake, which has Mr. Skarsgård. So that part is very intriguing, what they will do with Crow. Will they match the original? Yeah, probably not. The original is what it is. It's a massive classic. It will always be what it will always be. But maybe they'll capture the glory of something they had in the 1990s and do justice to what Mr. Lee gave us. And that brings us to the John Wickverse, which has the same dilemma. Can they really recapture the magic of the main universe? Officially at this point, Keanu will not do any more John Wick. He will do a cameo with the Ballerina, but that is about it. But presumably he is done with it. I'm sure he will come back here and there for cameos, but the dilemma is, at least for me, the Continental was disastrously bad. It was just insanely boring. It really didn't seem to go anywhere. It really contradicted a lot of the lore. Didn't really work with what we understand of the John Wick universe. It had a few decent action scenes, but that's about it. I mean, it was just okay-ish. And even fans who liked it were like, yeah, it was fine. But nothing to write home about, nothing to brag about. It was just like, yeah, it was functional. It did its job. It's John Wick on TV, which doesn't look that good, but, that's TV. But with a movie with the John Wick title, we do have a certain expectation it will reach a certain height. And I was really excited for this, and I really do have a lot of faith. I do like Ana de Armas, but I'm not obsessed with her like other people, but I really think she will do something special with the role. I'm pretty excited despite the Continental. I actually have a lot of faith. However, I'm not stupid. This is a red flag. There are two interpretations. The positive interpretation is they're taking their time. Chad and the other producers are like, okay, this looks good, but it's John Wick. It's been disappointing lately. Let's take our time, make it really good, and then it'll look really special when we see the trailer, when we see the promotional art, and so on and so forth. However, the red flag going the other direction is, yeah, this is a train wreck. It's really, really bad. It may be Madam Web bad. And they're like, okay, this looks really bad, but maybe we can change a few things to minimize the badness and do the best we can with it. But the money has been spent. This will be expensive retooling it. So if it's really good and they're making it special good, that's great. But if it's really, really bad, how much can they really do? Because a lot of money was already spent. And the Continental, too, they spent a lot of money there, but it looked terrible. It looked horrible. I appreciate fans who really liked it, but man, that stuff was just boring. It was boring. And with the John Wick series, the one thing you cannot be is boring. You can take your time, you can have a slow burn, fine. But when you get to the thing, it had better be exciting, and it was not. So hopefully they're just taking their time to make it really special. And I am excited now that The Crow will come to us, quote, a lot sooner, but it is a little shaky that they're delaying it. I mean, if it's really bad, it's still going to be really bad anyway in a year, so I don't see the point of delaying. But as Smith would say, it is inevitable.